Running a business in the UAE comes with immense opportunity, but people management is often where even the most promising companies hit turbulence. Based on current trends and regulatory updates, here are the most common and costly HR mistakes businesses make in the UAE, and more importantly, how to fix them. Before we start, please subscribe for more useful video. If you are SME founder or a CEO and want a consultation with us, please check the link in the description box, and for the training as well. Also, do not forget to check the recommended list of books for the leaders.
The disconnect. What companies get wrong. Many businesses in the UAE, from SMEs to large corporations, operate under a set of misconceptions about HR. They often view it as an administrative burden rather than a strategic function, leading to a reactive approach that fixes problems only after they arise. Here are the 5 most critical areas where companies frequently get it wrong. Mistake, why it's a problem, the real cost. The number one mistake is treating HR as an afterthought. Founders of startups and SMEs often delay implementing formal HR processes, believing they are only necessary once the company is bigger. This results in informal, inconsistent practices. A lack of documented policies makes it nearly impossible to handle issues like fraud, underperformance, or disputes fairly and legally, exposing the business to significant risk. 2. Manual payroll and WPS non-compliance. Relying on spreadsheets or disconnected tools for payroll is a recipe for disaster. It leads to errors in salary calculations, late payments, and failure to comply with the Wage Protection System, WPS. SMEs report an average of AED 18,000 annually in correction costs and fines. Non-compliance with WPS can result in fines of AED 5,000 to AED 50,000 per violation and even lead to a suspension of work permits. 3. Ignoring the dual legal landscape, a major pitfall is failing to distinguish between the UAE federal labor law, applicable on the mainland, and the distinct common law frameworks of the DIFC and ADGM free zones. Companies often apply the wrong rules. For example, DIFC companies must comply with the DIFC Employee Workplace Savings Plan, DUs, for end-of-service benefits, while mainland companies use a gratuity calculation. Getting this wrong leads to significant back payments and fines. The mistake number 4 is underestimating Emiratization enforcement. Many private sector companies still view Emiratization as a box-ticking exercise. However, the Ministry of Human Resources and Emiratization, MORE, has moved aggressively against fake Emiratization, where nationals are hired on paper but not given real work. In June 2025, the MORA's Smart Inspection System, SIS, detected 1,800 violators, resulting in AED 34 million in fines and a suspension of new work permits for the offending companies. Fines for non-compliance with quotas are AED 6,000 per month for each missing UAE national.
The mistake number 5 is reactive performance management, waiting until a performance issue becomes critical before addressing it, and doing so without documentation is a legal minefield. Terminating an employee for poor performance without a fair process is a leading cause of unfair dismissal claims. In the DIFC, failing to follow a documented process, including performance improvement plans, can lead to courts awarding employees compensation of up to 12 months' salary for unfair dismissal.
The roadmap, how to fix it. Fixing these issues doesn't require a complete business overhaul, but it does require a shift in mindset from reactive to proactive. Here is your actionable roadmap to HR compliance and excellence in the UAE. Number 1 way is to build a foundation with documentation and policy. The first step is to formalize the employee-employer relationship on paper. Implement core policies. Every business, regardless of size, needs a clear employee handbook that outlines recruitment practices, codes of conduct, leave policies, and disciplinary procedures. Standardize contracts. Ensure all employment contracts are limited term, max 3 years, registered with Mora for mainland, and written in both Arabic and English to avoid ambiguity. 2. Integrate and automate HR processes. Technology is the most effective way to eliminate human error and save administrative costs. Adopt an integrated HRS. Switch from multiple disconnected tools to a unified platform that handles payroll, attendance, performance, and compliance. This can save up to 40% in administrative costs. Ensure WPS compliance. Use software that automates salary calculations and integrates directly with the WPS system to guarantee timely and accurate payments. 3. Stay ahead of the law. Federal versus free zone. Compliance is not a one-time event, but an ongoing process.
Conduct regular audits. Perform biannual HR audits against a compliance checklist to ensure policies reflect the latest legal updates. This includes everything from working hours and overtime pay to data protection Federal Decree Law No. 45 of 2021.
Know your jurisdiction. Clearly understand whether you fall under a federal law or a free zone law, like DIFC. Review specific requirements like the DIFC's strict anti-discrimination laws, Article 64, and data protection rules, which are more stringent than the mainland's.
4. Embrace local HR practices.
Combine international best practices with local cultural and legal realities.
Move beyond compliance. Use HR to build a positive workplace culture. This includes offering competitive benefits beyond the mandatory health insurance, for example, wellness programs, flexible work, to improve retention, as 65% of UAE employees say extra perks make them twice as likely to stay.
The companies must implement proactive Emiratization. Instead of just filling quotas, create structured mentorship and development programs for Emirati nationals to integrate them meaningfully into your business operations.
5. Formalize performance management. Protect your company from legal disputes by making performance management fair and transparent. Implement PIPs. Use formal performance improvement plans, PIPs, for any employee whose performance is below standard. A PIP should set clear goals, a timeline, typically 113 months, and document the support provided. Document everything. Keep detailed records of all performance reviews, feedback sessions, and signed meeting minutes. This documentation is your primary defense if a dismissal is challenged in court. In the UAE's rapidly evolving regulatory environment, HR can no longer be an afterthought. The companies that thrive will be those that view HR not as a cost center, but as a strategic partner that protects the business from risk, drives a culture of high performance, and unlocks the full potential of their talent. By fixing these common mistakes today, you build a more resilient and successful business for tomorrow.